This is Devin from Sinister Machine Works, and this is my review of my DN Solutions SVM 4100. A little bit about me. I just have a small machine shop in my shop at my house, so not huge production or anything like that. Mainly machine my own stuff, but it's a mixture, so I'm doing 3 or 4 pieces here, and then it's another part, and then another part, and so on. I had a Tormach 1100 Series 3 and a Fadal 2216. It was a 2006 prior to this. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to upgrade machines was that I was looking at doing parts that were larger than 22 inches, and I didn't want to do multiple setups on a single part. So I decided, I was looking around. I have another video where I compared quite a few machines on their options and price and everything like that. I'll link it in the description so you can go back and look at that and why I decided to go with a SVM 4100. But this is the review of that machine. I've had it for approximately 9 months now, so I've used it quite a bit, mainly aluminum, a little bit of copper, and a little bit of stainless, and some 1018 A36 parts. So this is just a off the cuff kind of review, because I just have a few notes on my notepad, but it's about as real as it can get. So I'm just going to go through what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I do different, stuff like that. One of the huge benefits, I think, on this machine is the through spindle coolant is standard. And for people that haven't used a machine with through spindle coolant, there's a huge benefit to it. Not only on tools that have through spindle coolant, like a drill, carbide drill with through spindle coolant, holes and stuff like that, but I like to use it, like, say I'm tapping, and like a regular ER16 or a tap collet. For doing that, it sprays the coolant right down on your cutter, and you can get a lot better coolant flow when you're tapping and stuff like that. Same with small drills that are in collet holders. Huge. Like, I use it all the time just so I have coolant where I need it. Another thing I like is 30 tool changer standard. A lot of products or parts you make might have 6 or 8 tools or just a couple, but when you have a 30 tool changer and bigger, you can leave a lot of tools in your machine and work up a standard tool library, so you can just always leave them in there, and then you can just pull from that and continue to make more parts. It's really good for job shops so that you can produce a lot more product. The machine is fast. It's way faster than my Fadal that I had before. Rapid travel and cut speed, you can really push it. So I really like that. It's a solid machine. I haven't had any rigidity problems or anything like that. It's also probably another 2,000 pounds heavier than my Fadal. So it's a wider travel machine, and it's heavier, but it's also very compact size, so you get a lot of machine for that size. And another huge plus is that it fits through a standard 8-foot tall garage door. Like a lot of houses that are newer built, they'll have 8-foot tall garage doors. So if you're looking at putting a machine in your house garage or a shop behind your house, this is huge that it fits through an 8-foot door, 8-foot tall door without having to disassemble it. You know, overall, you know, the FANUC controller is great. It does everything most people need. You know, you don't, on a 3-axis machine, 4-axis machine, it's not like you need a Heidenheim controller or anything like that. You know, the FANUC, it just works. You know, you really don't have problems with them. If I was looking at like a 5th-axis machine or something like that, I'd probably step up to controller, to like a Heidenheim or something, just so that I, you know, have more control and better processing and stuff like that. But for a 3-axis, 4-axis machine, it's great. There's a few things that I don't like. The washdown system in its stock form, it only has one coolant port to wash the chips down to the conveyor. So you get a lot of built up on the side panels and in the corners and stuff. So what I did, I just wide off the factory spot so that I can wash a lot more of the chips down. I think that should have been standard, or they could have had a like coolant system that actually went around the whole base and flushed it down. You'd really get a lot of chips down that way. I did go with the chip conveyor, so that really helps. I don't think I'd ever own a machine without a chip conveyor. Just, it's such a pain cleaning chips out when you don't have one. The only other thing I really don't like about it is there's no washdown hose, which a guy could add. I think they should be standard though. You have your blowgun that comes with it standard. They could plumb something like that for a small washdown hose, which would be really nice for washing chips down and stuff like that. But you know, that's pretty nitpicky on the machine. Otherwise, everything else I really like. You know, I can't complain. These are very minor problems or things I didn't like. The other thing I'd like to go over is what I would do different. The only option I got was a chip conveyor. What I would have done, first options would have been the probe and a tool setter. I think it's $7,000 or $8,000 now to get the probe and tool setter, and that's huge, especially if you're a job shop person. You get that right away. It'll save you a lot of time on setup. I use this Edge tool setter, and then I have the Haas Heimer 3D, but I'm going to add the probe and tool setter here very shortly. The next thing I would do, I started with an orange vise and an old Kurt vise. I got the orange vise off right now, but I think I would go with new Kurt vices and have 3, because you can fit 3 in here and have them all the same. This old one's a little off the dimension wise, so it's really hard to get stuff lined up perfectly with all 3 vices. I just got a new one. I'm gonna replace that old one, so I'm gonna have all 3 Kurt vices. The orange vise I really like. The only problem is it's about 2.5 times what you can get a Kurt vise from Haas for. So, you know, if you're on a budget, want to save some money, you know, go with Kurt vise, you know, either from Haas or wherever. You can get them. They just work. The orange vices are super nice though, and they have a pallet system if you want to use that. But you can make your own pallet system for these. I'm actually working on one right now. I'll make a video of it when I get that done. Let's see what else. I'd probably go with a 4th axis also. You can get it direct through your distributor or your dealer. You know, there'll be a third party 4th axis. That'd be great to have, you know, if your parts needed it. My parts don't really need it right now. just for future, it'd be nice, but you can always add a 4th axis on later on. Not a huge problem. So that's most of the things. Overall, I love the machine. It's a huge step up from my Fadal and the Tormach. The Tormach is the 1100 series, in my eyes, is just a hobby machine. It's not very rigid. You can't do very much at slow, stuff like that. Their 1500 machine is, 10 times better than the 1100, but price wise, and I had the 3-phase power and the room and stuff, the Doosan or the DN Solutions was a lot better machine for the money in my eyes. That 1500 is probably pretty decent. I've never ran one, but to me, this machine is everything I wanted and more. I can't believe it. The accuracy, the rigidity, the speed and everything, it's great. I bought mine through Ellison Technology because they're the dealer for my area, and they're great. I can't complain one bit about them. I'll actually do another video on my experience of buying this machine. So if you guys have Ellison in your area, or you're thinking about buying a machine through them, check out that video. I'll do that here shortly. So that can give you some pointers of working with them. But yeah, overall, great machine. Love it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, if you get one, I hope you enjoy it. If not, I hope you enjoy whatever machine you get. There's a lot of great ones out there. This one's perfect for me. Might not be perfect for you, might be perfect for you. But whatever you get, I hope you love it. Thanks for watching. Bye.